deal and take his chances with the charges the government might decide to bring. At this point, he's kind of backed into a corner waiting to hear. How does his attorney play this out?
So here's how his attorney is going to play this out with him. He can either roll the dice with the judge straight up and let the judge determine what the appropriate sentence is. Given that Tanaka got 5 years, it's not looking good, that situation. The alternative would be to go to trial knowing that he's going to lose, but at the same time, at least the judge would hear all the evidence, and maybe it's not as bad against BACA as the facts will play out in a trial, in which case the judge may say, you know what, after hearing, a few days of testimony, maybe I misjudged the situation, and I am willing to go along with a more lenient sentence.
So let me ask you this, and this is just me processing it, if you want to do it that way, go ahead with the trial. BACA's 74. If he truly has Alzheimer's and I'm his attorney, I tell him, you know what? Let's say we're going for a jury trial. That's going to take a while, months to do, maybe longer. We can maybe prove at that point that your Alzheimer's has progressed, you're deteriorating, maybe it's a different situation. Does that sound like a plan?
It doesn't seem like enough. It won't work as fast as that plan would like to be executed, because it seems like he's in the early stages of Alzheimer's right now. He could be under medication, have competency for years, and I think this federal judge would, catch a whiff of that and tell them we're going to trial much sooner than later to avoid any kind of predicament like that regarding competency. But it's a good point.
And by the way, this is why I'm not a trial lawyer, because I would have probably told him to take that. Tanaka, the guy's the head of the department. To assume that the guy directly below him did stuff and he was not aware of what was going on, he did not know any of this stuff, on both cases, it's bad. If he didn't know, there should be repercussions, and if he did know, there should be repercussions bigger than 6 months, don't you think?
Well, that's exactly where the judge is coming from. To say that BACA maybe did not know about what was going on, yes, that does seem like a very hard sell to the judge, given the testimony that the judge has heard from everybody else in the previous trials. So that's not going to be the right path for him to go down. If anything, he's going to have to take a position of, apologetic, remorseful, those types of things. Because go and say, I didn't know, you're right, it's not going to fly.
The other thing is, I'm wondering, when I saw that Governors Gray Davis and Schwarzenegger wrote a letter, Mexican President Vicente Fox, an ex-inmate who said he changed my life because of the club, blah, blah, blah. Does that stuff, if I'm a judge, I go, yeah, that's nice, thank you for that, you had a relationship with him. I'm just judging by what he did and what we know he did. Does that stuff ever play in for a lighter sentence?
It does play in all the time. Anytime you have a federal sentencing, you want your client to get all letters of recommendation, mitigation, to try to show the judge, this is the kind of real person he or she is. It was one mistake, and it was an aberration of their character, because look at their career and accomplishments. And the man did serve Los Angeles County for many years.
No, I got it, but he could have wreaked havoc with the system. And also, the Bureau of Prisons medical director said he'd be cared for adequately, so that kind of shoots down the Alzheimer's deal, that if he does have Alzheimer's, prison's not the place to send him. They're saying, no, it's adequate, we can take care of him.
Right, so that's true. The fact is, our prison system is competent to handle these situations. It's more of a matter of, given that his life term is going to be more limited than expected, what's the appropriate thing to do for him in light of these medical situations?
Hey, Lou, we got to run. Let me ask you, when will we know? When do you think we'll find out?
Probably within 2 weeks, we'll know what direction they're going in.
Amazing. LouShapiro.com is the site. Thank you for checking in with us. A big